I have to learn to stop being so paranoid. I'm paranoid a lot. And it's funny coming from me because you see me in these videos and I'm a very confident person. I'm always, yeah, it'll work out and, fight the good fight and captain has to show confidence for his crew to follow and all these things are true and I believe it and I mean it and I'm a very confident person, but when I say I'm paranoid, I'm always paranoid about like work stuff. Here's an example. When I work downtown, and I find that I use that reference a lot when I work downtown because I was there for a long time, almost 2 years. So when I worked downtown, I primarily walked around a lot. And there was really nobody keeping tabs on us, but every now and then they call you on the radio and they say, hey, where are you? And it was always very important to me to be where I said I was because people would get caught up with that. So even after like a year after I had been there and I knew the area a lot better than I did when I started, obviously, every time I would like turn a corner, I would always look up to make sure I was on the corner of this and this. It's like, okay, I'm on the corner of 8th and J. So if they call me, I'm at 8th and J. And then if I made it to 9th and J, I'd look up. Okay, now I'm at 9th and J. And when the radio went off, they'd be like, hey, where are you? And I'm at 9th and J. And I would stop dead where I was. So they always knew where I was. Because I was always so paranoid that they would call me and I wouldn't be where I said I was. And they call me and say, hey, where are you? I'm at 8th and I. And they'd be like, no, I'm at 8th and I don't see you. And I worried about that. I also, especially towards the tail end of that job, I spent a lot of time hiding. I would like hide in the bathroom at Amtrak and I would sit and play on my phone or something. And I was always paranoid that they knew and they were just waiting to catch me up. So I spent a lot of time thinking, yeah, they're going to fire me. Yeah, they're going to fire me. And then everything happened, and I got fired. It was almost like confirmation, like, see, I knew it. I knew it. But I can look back at that now and say, me being fired had nothing to do with me hiding in the bathroom. So now I find myself doing it again. I'm at work, and I'm still very self conscious about the radio. You see, it's like a handheld radio. I don't have like a little thing I can clip on, so I have to put it in my back pocket to hear it. And sometimes it gets muffled, so I don't hear them call me because there's so much traffic going on the radio that doesn't pertain to me. So you kind of learn to zone it out and just listen for your number. But for example, I'm guard 50 this week, but there's like rail operator 50 and there's like tech 50. Come on, boy. So
Dog.
so there are all these different
Are
things
you
that
doing your video?
I'm doing my
Am
video.
I interrupting you?
No, you're fine. You did. Hey,
Can I
look,
pop in?
it's Kari.
Your camera's a lot
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, that's good shit.
So there are a lot of other people who are also that number. So sometimes I kind of disregard it and I don't hear it. My first day at this station up here, they were like, "Hey, guard 50," and I wasn't ignoring them. I didn't hear it. So and to be fair, I'm telling the story wrong. I wasn't getting the messages. I was on the wrong channel. Nobody told me to switch to the right channel. But then when they told me to go to the right channel, I was on the right channel. I still was missing calls. So they would call me on the phone and say, hey, guard 50, where are you? And I was like, dude, I'm right here. Like, I'm just not getting the messages from you guys. So, to their credit, nobody blamed me. Nobody was like, oh, guard 50 is fucking up. It was just, all right, we're just going to have to watch that. So, the next day, I'm like listening to the radio. Here's my boy again. And I'm overly paranoid. And I'm listening to every little thing. And they're like, Rail 50. I was like, oh, guard 50. Oh, wait, no, they didn't say guard 50. Whew, okay. So, because it's very important that when like home base calls you, you answer right away because they're like directing traffic with like trains and this train's here and this train has to stop and this train needs to connect over here. So it's really important when they call you, you answer because they have other important shit to do. So I find myself really paranoid about the radio, but today I feel like I overcame that because they called me. They were like, "Guard 50 is hey, Guard 50. I heard you. Hey, what's up?"
Exact words?
I did. It was like exact words.
Like, they was like, hey, guard 50, you like, what it is, nigga?
Exactly. Then I got fired.
Oh.
And they wanted me to check something out, so I go to check it out, and it's like, "Do you see anything?" And my first instinct is to be like, "Nah, it's cool." So I was like, "No, Metro, that's a negative." Right. And they were like, "Okay, take a look around, see anybody who's working maintenance inside." And I was like, "Guard 50, copy." And I go around the building and I'm peeking in, and I'm like, "Metro, this is Guard 50. That's a negative. It's all secure." And they're like, "Copy, Guard 50." I was like, "Yeah, I did it. Yeah, I conquered my fear of the radio. Woo!" So that was something that I was overly paranoid about, but I'm fine with it now. And then today, supervisor rolls up and he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And they come, they give you water and check to see how your day's going. I was like, "Hey, man, all is well here." And he's like, "Yeah, the captain wanted me to let you know that at 6 a.m., one of the drivers saw a dude smoking at the station. You might want to look into that." And the paranoid in me immediately thought, okay, he said that. That sounds like bullshit because the driver really wouldn't care. I think this is their way of saying, "Hey, we think you're late, so make sure you're out there." I could be completely wrong. I could be just paranoid, but also that's kind of where my mind went. And my mind went there only because I've been late all this week. I'm starting at 6 a.m., so sometimes I show up at like 6:04 or 6:08, and I'm missing that first couple of trains. So that's something that I'm just gonna work on. I'm just gonna show up a few minutes early, so when the first train goes by, I wave at them. They know I'm here. Lastly, I found myself a little paranoid. Went out, picked up some stuff today. And as I'm coming in the house, like, my boss calls me, like, the boss, like, the big guy. And he's like, "Hey, Harris, how you doing? It's the captain." And I was like, "Hey, sir, hey, what can I do for you?" And he just wanted to offer me overtime. He just was looking for things to see if I was interested in doing some other stuff. And I was like, okay. But I was also paranoid. I don't know why. It's like bosses rarely call you with good news. So it just seemed a little off to me that he would call you, "Hey, Harris, just wanted to see if you wanted some extra hours. I've got some stuff for you." It's like, oh, okay. That's cool. So I'm going to have to learn to keep my paranoia in check when it comes to work, because right now I'm really like clean slate. And right now I'm really just one of the guys who's like, "I'll work where you send me. I'll do whatever you need me to do. Whatever. Okay, sir, I got you." And I think they see that and they're enjoying that from me. And I think that's going to earn me some real points as I move forward. Also, hey, between me and you, not that I'm not loving my job, because I really am, but I think the next step for me will be like transit officer. I want to be able to get on the train and check for tickets. That'll be a big deal. But one step at a time. Let's see where this one takes me. Tomorrow's my last day at this station, I'm fairly sure, because the guy's coming back from vacation, which kind of sucks because I've really been enjoying this station. When I first got there, they was like, "Hey, where's the old guy?" And I was like, "Hey, he's on vacation." It's like, "Oh man, we miss him." But today I was there and I've gotten to know all of these people. So they're just like, "Hey, the old guy's coming back next week, right?" And I said, "Yeah." And it's like, "Oh, we're going to miss you." And I was like, "Oh, gonna miss you guys too." I really have gotten used to the camaraderie, and I hang out and I talk to people and I have a good time at work. I do. It's still very tiring. My feet are killing me. My back hurt. My knee pops. It's all weird, but I'm having a good time at work, and it'll be interesting to see where my next assignment is. But anyway, I'm just babbling at this point. I'm paranoid most of the time, but that's something I'm learning to work through. And as time goes by, once I master the radio to the best of my ability, I'll be fine. You know, also, it's going to be weird going to another station and I won't be guard 50 anymore because each station has its own guard. So I'll have to, like, master a new number depending on where I am. That doesn't necessarily worry me, but it's something I'm going to have to get used to. But wow, okay, I've been talking for 10 minutes. I'm done. Just, these are the things that I think about. And honestly, walking around for 53 hours a week, just back and forth around the same place, all I've got is time to think. So, there it is. Be happy that I condensed 9.5 hours in one day to a 10-minute and 32-second video.